Can they score 45 runs in the last 5 overs? I mean, 76% of the matches when that happens. But of course, and you're right in thinking that, it also depends on what's come before. Right, now how well has he hit that one? Not quite the best timing on it, he almost overruns. Virat Kohli will keep it down to 2, but you can see they're setting themselves up when Pandya bowls.
He just slipped a little bit, Virat Kohli there.
Now Ashwin in his 3rd over, none for 11 so far. Likes bowling to left-handers, but Sirivardhana will take him on. He's that kind of batsman. He's hit that well, but there's a fielder underneath it. The sound was good as it left, but the distance wasn't. Raina doesn't want to drop those. And Ashwin picks up another just as a partnership was threatening to take Sri Lanka beyond 140. Sirivardhana has gone for 22 of just 17 balls. And the stroke of 100, Sri Lanka lose another. 22 to him, they're 100 for 5.
But when you don't get it quite right, you get exposed. It was a real swat, wasn't it? He didn't really wait for the ball. Had he have let that ball come in, maybe another half a foot. See how far he hits it out in front of himself. So it means that a lot of the power has to come through the end of the swing of the bat as opposed to put it down, did he? Just stayed up. It was a tough call. Very tough. Good spot, actually, from the umpire when you've got all these distractions around you.
Now Kunga take advantage of that. Now the run out. You can be run out on a free hit. Gee, he doesn't want to see this run out because he's gone for the shot. He's found mid-wicket.
Well, can you believe this, Harsha? This is real rabbit in a headlight. This is typified what Sri Lanka have done tonight. Good, strong throw. Straight over the top of the pegs. And he's gone by miles. Run out off a free hit. Can you believe it, Sri Lankan cricket fans? When you've got so many runs to go and so many balls left to go, you get a competitive total, you run yourself out. The dangerous hitter has to go.
Well, you said let's see it. He didn't today. 1 from 4, and Sri Lanka 104 for 6.
Rohit Sharma, if he would have direct hit, he would have been out by at least half the wicket here. That's how bad a call it was.
It's just difficult to explain, isn't it? What did you do today, son? I got run out on a free hit. Sent in ahead of Thisara Pereira. I was in no form at all, but this just has a reputation still. That doesn't go away. Now that's a nice shot, but oh, it's a good catch. Tell you what, Matthew Hayden said good shot as well because it just left the bat so beautifully. But this young man, I talked about the fact that everything he touches turns to gold, but he's made it happen here. I think it's an excellent catch in the outfield from young Hardik Pandya. So caught Pandya, ball Bumrah. The young men are doing well for India. And this is terrible for Sri Lanka, I'm afraid. Kapugedra for 30. It's 105 for 7.
6 overs, and tonight was no different. That's a great shot. We haven't seen that much at all tonight. That's the shot of the night.
And we've seen it from Thisara Pereira in the past, but we've all been told he's not in any form. The numbers show he's not in any form. But he can bat, make no mistake, he can bat. He's done it many times before. It's powerful left-handed down the ground. While he's in, you can score a lot of runs. Career strike rate's 144, average is 25. That's why I've been sought after in leagues around the world as well. Can come in and give you 2-3 overs, someday 4. Oh, there he goes. He's found the vacant spot for 4. So Thisara Pereira is wielding the big one.
Well, what I can't believe is that he's batting so far down the order. I mean, he's got a very good record, good average, terrific strike rate, and he's crunching him. Had we have seen this sort of after that 6 or 7 over mark, would have created some terrific momentum for Sri Lanka. To me, he's batting such a long way down the order. He's a powerful stroker of the ball. Why?
Spinner. Long on, deep backward square, deep mid-wicket, long off, deep cover. Does he play the delicate nudge? Does he need to? Oh, he doesn't need to. That's gone way, way over. Oh, Thisara Pereira, if you want to tell your captain I shouldn't be batting at number 8, there's no better way of doing it.
Well, as I said, I don't think he's going to block anything here. He's got it all to do. A little shimmy down the wicket, gives himself good clearance, and he lays into that one.
Gee, that well. Now what is he going to do?
Yeah, I think he'll bowl that same delivery, sort of fairly wide outside off stump, slow it down a little bit.
That is so easily done, and so Ashwin. He has thrown the ball so far away, and I think Thisara Pereira is just going back thinking, I think I've been done in here.
Well, he's read him like yesterday's. What mail would you say?
The newspaper, whatever.
The newspaper. There we go. He's read him easily, throwing it wide. He's seen him coming down. It was really cagey bowling from Ashwin.
Well, it was a wide. The run will count, but Thisara Pereira has gone for 17 of just 6 balls. Still good for Sri Lanka. At least they got those runs. 125 for 8 now with 8 balls left.
140 is probably enough.
Ahead, it's so far away that, look, he's almost actually come back in. That's how far away it is for Dhoni to complete the stumping. Now then, was he actually out? Oh, no, maybe the bat was just a bit in the air there.
No way.
Was it?
No. Terrific economy rate, and just that.
Right, he's hit that all right. Into the boundary for 4, full toss. Kulasekara can hit the ball. Still getting towards that 140, 133 now with 3 balls left.
Yeah, it was a poor delivery. I've just built him up nicely, and he's bowled that. The commentators curse, as they say.
Still 1 for 18, it was in 3.5 overs.
Well, sometimes the low full toss can be very difficult to hit, but when the wicket's got enough in it and you're bowling to the tail, I think a length delivery can also work.
Still, let's take a look at that stumping on umpire cam as well. No, we won't see that because he's clobbered another boundary. Well played.
Almost exactly the same ball. Different area of the ground that he was struck to. But same result. Boundary.
Tell you, for a better part of this innings, Sri Lanka have been underwhelming, and they've got 137 on the
wide.
Now they have to come back for the second. Try and sneak every run in it. There's Dhoni. He's ready. It's run out, I think. He's run much more than he needed to because he's gone that wide. It might be a run out, but you've got to give it to the batsman. You really have to run on that one. It's still a pretty decent last over this. There you are. He's gone. He's gone well outside the crease. So I'm afraid that will be the end of Kulasekara. But he's played a nice little cameo at the end. These 13 runs could well be handy. And Sri Lanka will finish with 138. Got something to play for. It was 138.
They have, Harsha, they have indeed. It's been a low-scoring tournament so far. Last 3 overs are 34, so they had a really good comeback. Back ages, they lost lots of wickets at the start, but a nice little cameo at the end.
Right then, 139 to get for India. Yeah, that's the point. It's making a little while back. Top scorer still 30. They made 138. Top scorer couple together of 30. A little bit from Matthew, a little bit from Sirivardhana, a little bit from Thisara Pereira, a little bit from extras, Kulasekara. No one performance to take them to 160. One for 23. Now that's still pretty good in spite of that expensive last over. 2 for 27 Bumrah. Between them, if you take 8 overs, 3 for 50, that's not bad.